Hello, this is Miss Ashley at San Marcos Public Library, and I've got another puppet story for you today. Now, this puppet story is about my friend, Mr. Fox. And the stories that I'm going to tell you about Mr. Fox were first told by Aesop, who lived a long, long time ago in ancient Greece. Now, all the stories that Aesop told had morals. That means lessons to learn from each story. So if you listen closely during the puppet story, you'll learn all the lessons. Are you ready, Mr. Fox? All right, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a fox who had a beautiful, shiny, warm coat that was the envy of all the other animals. He was also swift and fierce, and he was the most clever animal in the whole forest. Isn't that right, Mr. Fox?
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sharp.
Well, however, being the cleverest animal in the forest did not prevent Mr. Fox from being hungry. So one morning he woke up and his belly was rumbling. He was so hungry.
Well, I guess I better find something for breakfast.
Mr. Fox went out for a walk in the forest, and very soon he came to a tree that had some grapes growing down from a branch. Mr. Fox looked up and saw those grapes, and he thought,
Wow, those look ripe. I bet they're sweet and delicious. That'll make a perfect breakfast for me.
So Mr. Fox leapt for the grapes, which were right above his head. But he missed. Better try again, don't you think?
Yeah, I was just warming up.
So then he leapt for the grapes again. But they were just out of reach. Can't you do it, Mr. Fox?
Yeah, I can get those grapes. No worries.
He tried one more time, and again, and again. But no matter how many times he leapt for those grapes, they were just out of reach.
You know what? Now that I look at those grapes more closely, I don't think they're ripe after all.
Oh, no?
No. They look really sour to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those are some sour grapes. I don't want to waste my time with them. I'll find something else to eat.
So, Mr. Fox wandered off to find something else to eat. And the moral of this story is, it's easy to scorn what you cannot have. Well, a little while later, Mr. Fox came across a tree that had a crow in it. And the crow had a piece of cheese clutched in her beak. Mr. Fox looked at that piece of cheese and he thought,
that'll be a really good breakfast for me. That looks perfect, just delicious.
But how to get the cheese from the crow? Mr. Fox thought for a minute, and then he called up,
Madam Crow, it's so good to see you. Oh, you are in fine form today, my lady. You look beautiful. Of course, you look beautiful every day with those shiny black feathers. They shine like silk in the sunshine. You're the most beautiful bird in the whole forest. No, you're the most beautiful bird in the whole world.
Well, Madam Crow liked the sound of that. She preened and shook her feathers in the sunshine. Then Mr. Fox said,
You know, it's a shame that I've heard you can't sing at all, because a bird as beautiful as you would have a beautiful voice. If you could sing just one note, I'm sure it would be the most beautiful bird song ever heard. But it's so sad that I'll never hear it.
Well, Madam Crow heard this, and she thought to herself, but I can sing. She was very proud of her silky black feathers, and Mr. Fox's flattery went straight to her head. So she thought, I will show him what a beautiful voice I really have. And she opened her beak and went, caw-caw! And sure enough, when she opened her beak, the cheese fell out. Down went the fox, and gobbled it up.
Delicious. Thanks for sharing your breakfast with me, Madam Crow. Better luck next time. Keep working on your voice lessons, okay? Bye-bye.
And so the fox got the cheese and the crow was left with nothing. And the moral of this story is never trust a flatterer. Well, after the fox had had his meal of salty cheese, he felt quite thirsty. So he went to a spot in the forest where he knew there was a deep, cool well. And Mr. Fox came to the well and looked down to see where the water was. The water was very far down into the well, but he was so thirsty that he jumped right into the bottom to have a drink.
Ah, delicious. This water is cool and refreshing on a hot day.
However, once the fox was in the well, he was in so deep that he couldn't get out.
Oh no, how am I gonna get out of this well? I'm stuck. Help! Somebody help me! I'm stuck in the well!
Along came Mr. Goat and looked down.
Mr. Fox, what are you doing down in the well?
I'm having a nice cool drink of water down here. Yeah, this water is sweet and delicious, cool and refreshing. It's such a hot day, you know. Do you want to come down here and have a drink of water too, Mr. Goat?
Yes, I think I will.
So the goat hopped into the well with the fox, and he slurped up the water.
Ah, very refreshing. But how do we get out of this well?
And you know what? We'll cooperate. Yeah, that's it. You'll let me climb on your back to get out of the well, and then it'll be your turn.
Okay.
So the fox climbed on the goat's back, hopped out of the well, and was safe on dry ground.
But wait,
Said Mr. Goat.
how am I going to get out of the well?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a problem. Even for the cleverest animal in the forest like me. I don't think I can figure it out. Sorry. See you later.
And off the fox ran, leaving the goat at the bottom of the well. And the moral of this story is, look before you leap.
Could you help me out of the well?
Yes, of course. Now, if you enjoyed these stories by Aesop, you can find more stories by Aesop right here in the San Marcos Public Library. And of course, look for more puppet shows and more puppet stories coming later this month. But that's the